Welcome to IELTSking.com. This is part 1. Today we're going to look at writing task 2, and we'll begin by looking at the sentences to get bands from bands 3 to 9. This is for technology. You can contact IELTSking on facebook.com/IELTSking. First we have some questions. In fact, one question, which is for technology, says working and studying from the internet through long distance programs has increased. This will replace the face-to-face setting. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Please take a second to look at the question. We're going to break down the question. So the first part says working and studying from the internet through long distance programs has increased. So key words, please take a look at working and studying and also from the internet. Another point is actually increased. So actually working and studying from the internet has increased. Keep that in your mind and think to yourself, has it increased? Has it really? Sure it has. Next, this will replace the face-to-face setting. So this is what the question states. They're stating that working and studying from the internet has increased. This will replace the face-to-face setting. This will replace us having classes from teachers face-to-face. This will replace us going to work and having work face-to-face from our boss. Do you agree? So, the question, working and studying online will replace the face-to-face setting. So I've modified the question. Working and studying online will replace the face-to-face setting. That is the question. In fact, they're saying it will. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Working and studying online will replace the face-to-face setting. Will it? To what extent do you agree or disagree? This is very, very important. You will need to understand this. For me, in terms of how to answer, for beginners, first we'll look at yes, I agree, no, I do not agree. However, let's break down agree. I strongly agree, or I generally agree, or I slightly agree. Maybe you could say I don't agree. That's your choice. For me, I generally agree. I generally agree because maybe it's increasing, so yeah, it's possible that it will take over. It's always possible. But then again, maybe the opposite will happen. Maybe the internet will cause too many problems. Who knows? And so maybe actually this will decrease. Now, take a look. The opposite, I strongly disagree. I disagree in general, or I slightly disagree. So you could go the opposite side. I wouldn't really go in this direction. I would probably go back and pick whether you agree and how much you agree. However, you can change it to suit however you like. Now, providing your answer. Working and studying online will replace the face-to-face setting. I generally agree. We're going to look at some key sentences. Working and studying from the internet through long-distance programs has increased. Now, if you want a band-free result, you can just copy exactly what the question says. Just repeat, working and studying from the internet, You can just repeat that and you can have a nice, low, horrible score. Let's go up to band 4. So the question about working and studying from the internet, I'm going to teach you how to change it for your introduction. Now maybe you can write the internet is used for work and study. Okay, very nice. Very simple grammar. And in terms of going further, in terms of looking at maybe your lexical resource, maybe looking more deeper into the types of vocabulary use, there's nothing there. So you're going to get a low grade. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about how writing is marked today. I'm just going to give you a brief general overview. Band 5. So changing again, working and studying from the internet. Maybe you could change it to using the internet for work and study is da 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 da. Going online for work and study is da 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 da. Okay, I reckon that changing the word internet to online, that's a very nice change. Adding the ing, it's not bad, but more for speaking, so be careful, okay? It's a bit colloquial. Maybe, yeah, as I said, it's not, just be careful how you use it. Let's move on to finding more keywords first. So working and studying from the internet, for example, people need the internet. So this is what I've changed it to. These days, people need the internet. So these days, people maybe are or have become addicted to the internet. So I'm just saying, these are some key words that you might want to use in your introduction or throughout your essay. We live in an internet age. The internet has become our God. So think about some new key words before you begin your question. Next, the use of the internet is unstoppable. The internet drives people to spend their lives on it. This is great. This is some of this language would be very nice, very native-like. So you would be looking at some better grades. Let's take a look. If you want over band 6, maybe you can change working and studying from the internet to completing online tasks. So, for example, completing online tasks has become very normal over the last few years. Something else, completing tasks online continues to increase. So completing tasks online continues to increase, and it doesn't show any signs of stopping, and therefore, yeah, will this continue or not? It's up to you to continue to write this down. Let's continue now. Again, band 6 plus. However, this could be a much higher level than band 6. There has been an unstoppable drive to complete tasks online. So complete working tasks, studying tasks, to learn online. There's been an unstoppable drive. Now, generally speaking, I can't tell you what the real grade will be because each examiner is quite different. They might think, hey, this has been copied. So if they think it's been copied, your grade will drop. So, and it also depends, there is some criteria. And it depends how you use this within the criteria. However, I will keep this as a low grade for now. If you want band 7 around the area, I've changed it a bit. The unstoppable drive to complete tasks online for work or study continues. Now again, it depends how you use this. What will you say next? The unstoppable drive continues to complete tasks online. It's a great piece of writing, but what will you do with it? More key words now. Working and studying from the internet, so maybe I'll show you something else. Going online shows no sign of retreat. That means no one is stopping. This is continuing. No one can stop it. So again, it's unstoppable. Going online shows no signs of retreat. So let's increase the band. So again, changing working and studying from the internet, people's unstoppable drive to complete tasks online for work or study shows no sign of retreat. So actually this is very nice. The unstoppable drive to work online shows no sign of retreat. And now let's go for band 9. Take a look, I said the world's unstoppable drive for band 9. So the world's unstoppable drive to complete tasks online for work or study shows no sign of retreat. So I said the world's. If you go back to band 8, it said people's. In general, a lot of people like to write down the word people or etc. Like people say this, people say that. Actually, there's what types of people? I put the world, so I've put the world into a general place. So it's just, what's good about the world is that it's different to people. In general, that's it at the moment, and this is a bit more specific, even though it appears general. Nevertheless, this is quite a nice piece of writing. And as I say, maybe this band 8 could be a band 9. Maybe this band 7 could be a band 9. Maybe it could be less. It depends on your examiner. However, look carefully, try to work and write in a different way and do it correctly, and you'll certainly pass and you'll certainly get a nice grade. So this would be the most loveliest piece of work for now. And in the next class, we're going to do more in terms of introducing you to the technology question. We will increase the introduction. I will show you how to write more. If you want to continue to learn more information, I'd recommend that you go to www.ieltsking.com and get more information there, and especially to go to facebook.com/IELTSking on Facebook. Okay. So for now, I hope that helps. Thank you very much.